Jesus Christ! Fuck! I said.
Lately, there have been several cases of POP ceiling collapsing, and this has caused panic amongst house owners who have POP ceilings installed in their house. Even some days ago, a friend of mine still called me. I was like, Felix, this one that POP ceilings are falling around there. Hope everyone is safe. Well, I'm here to tell you that you are safe. If you have POP installed in your house, you might be safe. Let me use the word you might be safe anyway. From my experience, and I've been in this line of work for quite a while, I noticed that most of the POP ceilings that I do for are the one being done under the decking. I'm going to be telling you the reasons why it is like that and what you can do to prevent it. You understand? So I'm going to make this video very short and direct. So let's dive into it quickly. Failure to engage professionals. Alright, what do I mean by that? Like hire skilled and experienced POP installer. Like look at the two words, skilled, not just only skilled but experienced, POP installer. You see, I've met someone some years ago like who doesn't have the knowledge of this POP, but he claims to be doing it just because he has an idea of it. And just imagine that kind of person, imagine the kind of work that kind of person is going to produce. So you're not going to get the best from that kind of person. You understand what I mean by that? So a lot of clients want cheaper things, and then when they go for the cheaper things, they expect the cheaper things to last longer, and it doesn't work that way. Number two reasons why your POP ceiling falls or collapse is leakage decking. You see, when your decking is leaking, or when there is a leakage in the decking, the POP ceiling will not last longer, no matter what. Even if it last longer, maybe probably through fasting and prayer, which I doubt anyway. I doubt that anyway. So I remember some years ago we were working on a particular project, and when we got inside one room, and I observed that when we are nailing the decking, water was just gushing out, and I was just shocked. Like, what could have been the reason? Because what could have went wrong? Because I don't really know. Because during that period, plumber have not started working. They've not started doing their work, and also I wasn't expecting water inside the decking. So I felt something went wrong. So I had to call the client and tell him. So let's assume that we never stop the work and we just go ahead and do the work like that. Reasons why your POP ceiling collapse. Number two reasons why your POP ceiling collapse is poor nailing techniques. A lot of artisans or a lot of POP installers sometimes do not driven the nail firmly into the decking. You understand? You don't nail it very well. So once the nail just hits the decking small, you just leave it and try to do their fixing. And if the nail is not properly well driven to the decking, the POP will fall. Although there are some decking that are very solid. We come across one particular decking that was, I think, Chisco also. This decking was so solid. Like when we are trying to, driven in the nail, it was with a lot of forces and a lot of strength. But eventually we have to, because at D.F.F interior, we just want to give the best, because we believe that from one project we might get a connection from there to like bigger project, and also that's how we always focus more on giving out the best. Though the work really give us tough time, but we eventually did it. I think that was about 3-story building or so. So another thing again is another thing again that makes your POP ceiling collapse: inappropriate mixture ratio. Like for instance now, the mixing must be standard, the mixing must be normal. It is not that maybe the mixing will be watery. It is not that maybe, okay, for instance now, cement is excess in the water, or the water is excess and the whole thing was just watery. It have to be normal. You have to calculate the amount of water needed, the cement needed, everything needs to be in a measurable way. Another reason why your POP sleep fall, that one is very common with those rich clients and all. So most of them, maybe because of the casting method, is the casting one that we do cars, this or that. That one normally deaths everywhere. It's always make a lot of, it will make the place look very dirty. So most rich clients prefer they just get plasterboard. So when they get plasterboard, they will now apply the casting one to, the casting method to fix it. What do I mean by that? When they get the plasterboard, instead of them to use profile, to run profile, are able to run profile, then fix it with screw, that and all. They want to use fillers and the normal POP cement. So they will use fillers and normal POP cement to be gumming the whole thing, or to be gum or hook the whole thing to the decking. And that method is very bad. It's a poor method. It's a poor method because the adhesive bond between the plasterboard and the fillers and the cement is not that stronger compared to the adhesive bond with the casting one. I mean the casting series that we do cast. You understand? We do cast. So the adhesive bond between them is more stronger compared to that of the plasterboard when using fillers and cement to gum into the decking. Guess you get what I'm trying to say. So you can't expect that work. You can't expect that work to last longer. That work can never last longer. It can never. You cannot. Not even a magic can make it last longer. Some days ago, when a friend of mine sent that of Coco Charles friend zone that fell, when he sent it to me, I was like, so when I look at the whole thing very well, I think the whole people still fell at once. It fell at once.